So you don't see many phone case reviews on the internet anymore, and I'm assuming this is because a majority of phone cases are actually somewhat decent quality, regardless of the price anymore. You could get one for $10, and it'd be actually really good quality, surprisingly good quality, um, and it'd do the job fine. However, this one in particular, Punkcase, it doesn't do the job very well. Um, it's decent, I will say that. Let's get this out of the way. It's a decent case. The design is good. It's got a little kickstand here, which is pretty neat. You can just set it up like that. Um, so that's a neat little feature, and it clicks in like this using a magnetic little mechanism here, and it's spring loaded, so it's there's no I guess pulling it out yourself. It just springs out automatically. Although it is very flimsy, it's a very flimsy plastic as well, and it feels like if you put enough pressure, it'll just snap off, which you don't want, considering you spend so much on this case. It's been imported from New York City, actually, to Australia. So we've been waiting 2 weeks for this case to arrive, and we are very disappointed. Um, Reason number one as to why we're disappointed: it is very flimsy. It has a terrible design. It feels as if the phone could just fall out at any time, at any point. Especially when I hold it like this, I can feel it actually kind of. Yeah, like the phone's bagging, like it's actually coming out of the case to some extent, um, which I think the only areas on this case which is actually securing the phone in place is the top here and the bottom here. So that's very bad, and I'm assuming it's because they wanted to keep the edge easy to access, so you can do stuff like that, the infinity screen thing. Oh, thanks Bixby. Um, but yeah, it's I don't like the case at all. The only thing I do like about it is the kickstand. This plastic is very low quality. Like it feels like, well, just listen to it. Maybe just this isn't an ASMR, but that sounds terrible, right? Even the case I've got on now, which was the same price on my S8 Plus, it's held up very well. In fact, I think it was cheaper than this one, and I got it from one of those little stores that are located in the middle of shopping malls and stuff, um, run by Chinese people, Indians. Um, they're actually quite convenient. But yeah, and that's better quality than this, which was imported from not Brooklyn. Actually, yeah, it was Brooklyn or New York. Um, but yeah, I don't trust this case to protect this phone at all. Um, yeah, that also leads me to the other reason as to why I don't recommend this. Yeah, the sides. I mentioned the really uh, poor quality plastic. If you were to drop this like on its side, it would either really badly chip the case or actually crack the not the screen, but I mean the plastic. It's that terrible quality. This thing right here has better quality plastic, and this was $2 from Kmart or something. It's ridiculous, and then this is made to protect a phone, and this is made to store shit in it. And this has better quality plastic. This is, yeah, it's flimsy, but but it won't snap. It has more of a bending point, I suppose. You know, this, you could, I don't know, you know those plastic rulers that you'd accidentally snap? Yeah, it's got the same kind of build quality as those shitty rulers that you can snap by bending it like 2 degrees. Um, yeah, I just don't trust this case to protect the phone at all. So if you are considering getting one of these little punk cases, as they're called, I recommend going for a better option. You can get, there's a wide variety on eBay, Amazon, much better cases that will actually protect your phone. Yeah, I suppose you also got to look for reviews, which the website we got this case from, it didn't have like a review section, so it was just little add to cart button and then a checkout. There wasn't an option to look for reviews from other people. It's not even lifted up from the. Oh yeah, it is a bit. I mean, like the whole point of cases like these are to purposefully lift the screen up from a surface. For example, if I have it sitting on my desk here, if the screen is touching that, then it's increasing the risks of shattering the screen if you were to drop it. But yeah, it's actually there's friction, and yeah, so it wouldn't be the screen. But still, since it does actually bag a little bit, I'd say this part of the screen is actually touching it. Because this is this case actually bends like this way, and it's terrible. Yeah, so in conclusion, don't recommend it, especially with this phone. Like, this is a brand new Galaxy S10, and for anything to happen to this would just be terrible. So, yeah, do not recommend this case unless they make a design change anytime soon, like securing the sides here, because they're the parts that are really flimsy. Look at that. Look at that. You can see that coming off right there. And that's not even wrapped around the screen or like the edge here. So it's ridiculous. And the only thing that's actually, the only parts of the case which are keeping the phone in place is the bottom here, which has a little lip there and a lip here as well. But even then, that's not much. It's like a fucking quarter of a millimeter actually keeping it in the case itself. So that's pretty bad. So hopefully this has, I guess, saved you from getting a terrible case. It's not terrible. Like, I'll say that it could probably do some good. Like, it's got this. That's pretty cool, right? But protection wise, I don't recommend it. If you want it to actually protect your phone, yeah, I don't think I'd recommend it. I apologize, Punkcase. I'll take your word for it, that you do make good cases, but this case in particular might not be your best. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.